Okay. Okay. So let me pull her up here. Screen two. Okay. You guys should be able to see my slide. Yeah? Cool. Okay. So today I want to talk just about inviting to the business, because I think it's one of those things that is the most scary part, I think, of the business aspect, especially if you are a newer coach. So we kind of I want to talk about how to invite, who to invite, where to invite, all things inviting today. But before we do that, how do I skip that slide? Cool. Oh, cool. Love that. Let's go back. There we go. Okay. So really quickly, want to kind of talk about a couple things, some recognition. First and foremost, Laura Bean officially is an Emerald coach. She hit that Thursday, so I want to give her a shout out. We have some new business coaches in the family. So we've got Tessa, we've got Heather, we've got Melissa joining the coach family. So excited to have you here. So the next call is coming up next Monday. Michelle's going to be hosting it, and it should be at 7 p.m. I believe. And she's going to talk about like getting new coaches started right in this business and helping your new coaches really run in this business. And then the following Monday, the 25th, Kinsey's hosting at 6 p.m. Super excited. It's going to be a happy hour. We're going to do some Beachbody trivia. Kinsey's going to look up some fun beverage recipes to share. So it's going to be a fun happy hour. We just thought it would be nice to kind of have a reason to all get together and just chat and get to know each other versus like a training. We thought that'd be really fun for the end of the month. Okay, and then an announcement. Kindy's going to touch on this more, but something is going around the network right now. Not network, just Instagram in general. People's Instagram pages are getting hacked and shut down, like multiple coaches. It actually happened to Jen Barbalia, one of our coaches on our team. She lost her Instagram. She had over 10,000 followers. So Kinsey's going to share a little bit about how she got hacked, and then I'm going to share some things you can do to prevent it. So go ahead, Kins.
Yeah, so I was just texting with her earlier, and I was like, this is probably something we should talk about because it's our business, and especially us who have built a big following, it's scary to think like your business can be wiped away in like 2 seconds. So Jen shared with me that, and maybe you guys have got messages like this before and they've raised a red flag and you knew and you were aware, but it was someone who had hacked a good friend of hers account and messaged her as that person and said, hey, I'm in this contest. Do you mind just like showing me some love on this poll, which I've seen these things before. They are legit. And she's like, just text me your number really quick and I'll send you the link. So she posted her number to that account, and that's how it was like a second authentication for her phone number, but that's how they kind of swiped in, and they then tried to access her PayPal and her Netflix. And now she cannot, her Instagram's fully gone. So just be aware. I've also got messages about people that are locked out of like friends, but they've been hacked, that they're locked out of their cars and they need like just to send like $1 on Venmo to like make sure their Venmo's working so they can Venmo a locksmith. Like it's all crazy stuff out there, but just be aware. If anyone's asking you to click a link or do something that just kind of seems off, text them if you know them personally, or just, I get messages like that and I block the account immediately. So just be aware. It sucks that we have to be so worried about that, but it's definitely happened to multiple coaches. So no fun.
Yeah. And I shared a video with Kinsey and Michelle, and I can share it on the team page. There is someone who's sharing how usually you can get your account back. So another coach that worked, but for Jen, it doesn't. So just be aware of that stuff. There is a thing called, I don't remember what it's called now. It's like a second, Kinsey, you know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the term. Authentication, like second authentication. So in settings, I went in, you can set up a secondary authentication. So pretty much it has my number, and if I log in on any unknown device, it will send me a code, and before you can log in, you have to enter that code. But people are still getting hacked with that. So like Jen, she sent her number, well then they had the second form, and then they're going in there changing the email, so it's hard to pull it up. So I just want everyone to be aware of that, because that would suck. And it's going around. So just be cautious. Jen Bailey's account, I have blocked her Instagram. We've told her if she gets it back to let us know, but I just went ahead and blocked her account so that I'm not at risk of them messaging me or anything. So we wanted to just share on that because that's new and it's kind of going around in some of the diamond, star diamond threads. So want to be aware of that. So moving on from that depressing topic. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about different types of coaches. And we've talked about this before, but I kind of think of, there are 4 different types of coaches really. There's a discount coach, which is the preferred customer. That's someone who wants to regularly order product and they're just going to save, they're going to get the 25% off. There is the hobby coach, who's someone who enjoys sharing their workouts on social media and sharing about their products and maybe selling here and there. They're not really interested in working the business. They're just going to make a little extra money as they go. And then there's a business coach, someone who is showing up, they're doing their daily power hour. They want to earn a substantial income in this business and grow this business. And then there are the sprinter coaches who are like, I want to hit elite, I want to be 15 star. Like they are going to put multiple hours in this business a day. And so when you're inviting to coaching, I want you guys to remember that it's not a one size fits all, because people might fall into these different categories. And even though they're all coaches, it's different ways that this business can maybe fit in their lifestyle. So reasons why people need this business, I think we focus on one thing, but there are so many different reasons. So for me, I really knew when I first started, I needed accountability in my own journey. I'm really good at quitting things. But if someone's counting on me, I will show up. The community, the sisterhood, like the tribe is so important to me, and like that family. And a lot of people need that, especially with the crazy 2 years that we've had. Something for them. I know a lot of people that are moms or stay-at-home moms, and they talk about how they felt like they needed something for themselves. Like they wanted to be more than just a mom. And some people do want that. They want more in this business. Extra income. Some people want to earn their products free, but some people, a couple $100 extra income a month could be a game changer for some households. And we know how we can totally help coaches earn that in a month's time. Some people want to way out of their job. Some people do not love their job. They want to quit and they're like, get me out of here. Time freedom. Some people want to cut back to part-time or just have more flexibility to be able to take time off and have it not be paid, but not have to worry and still be able to have that flexibility. And then self-confidence, just, believing in themselves that they can achieve things, showing up, getting amazing results. So I just want to share that because I think so often we go into inviting the business and we expect the coaches that we invite to want to have a business like what we personally have or what we're striving for, but there's so many more things than just income. Okay, so where to find people to invite? I think this is the hardest part. I feel like when it comes to inviting, you're like, oh, who do I invite? Where do I invite to? So here are a few, I feel like, of the most easy spots to find people. Social media. People who are watching your stories or interacting with your posts. And I'm going to share later on examples on how to invite, inviting things that I say to these people, but people on social media that are connecting with you, that are interacting, that are watching your things. Second of all is your challengers. Every challenger has a potential to be a coach, guys. They already bleed blue. They're already showing up. They already love the products. They probably got testimonials. And so they're just adding the business on top of that when they're already doing a lot of the work that we do as coaches in our challenge group. And then people that you think would kill it, just like those people in your mind, you're like, I think they'd be an amazing coach. Be bold and reach out to them. I will share, this is how Kinsey first invited me to coach and I said, no, thank you. But she planted that seed. Even though I said no, I still sat back and watched. And so I eventually came around. And so just know, be bold and invite them. Like, it's a compliment for you to just message them out of the blue and be like, I think you'd be an amazing coach. And so just go for it. The worst I can say is no. So examples, and look, I put some of our lovely coaches' faces on here that were in my Canvas. So just a couple examples on what to say to invite. So if it's someone who views your story, I might say, hey, Tessa, first off, thank you so much for watching my stories. I appreciate you being a cheerleader in my journey and in my life. super random and a bit bold, but have you ever considered doing what I do and being a coach on my team? It's been such a blessing in my life, and I love paying that forward to friends like you. I'd love to share more information if you're interested. It can be whatever you want it to be, but simple invite. I will often share like, hey, like kind of out there, but I had to ask, like, you've been on my mind. Whatever wording feels right to you, but just ask. You have nothing to lose. So the second would be if they're a Rockstar Challenger, I might say, hey, Laura, you're killing it in my challenge groups and such an amazing cheerleader and light in there. Have you ever considered being a coach like me? You're already doing half of what I do as a coach. So that might be something I say and I message my challenger. A lot of times I'm going to reach out and check in every couple months with them because they're consistently showing up and rocking the business. And then to someone that I think would just be a great coach that's never been in the Beachbody world, I would say, Michelle, I'm going to be a bit bold, but I cannot stop thinking about how much of a go-getter you are and how amazing of a coach you would be. We have a What is Coaching call this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and I would love to have you come check it out and learn more to see if this business would be a good fit for you. So there's just a couple examples. None of these were my scripts. I literally typed these up for this presentation because I tend to kind of mix it up. I don't have one script that I always use. What I tend to do is, like today I invited 7 people to coaching and I typed something up today to invite those people. So it's always changing. It's always evolving. It kind of reflects kind of how I feel or what I'm going through in that moment. But there are a couple examples. I can share these scripts later if you guys want to have them to refer back to, but I think it's all about finding your verbiage, finding what you're comfortable with, and just being bold and sending the message. Okay, so what to send or invite them to if they're interested. Okay, so first off, this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, Kinsey, Michelle, and I are doing a What is Coaching Zoom call for the whole team. Okay, so have them show up. We will post the Zoom link. I think Kinsey said you're going to post it tonight, correct? Yeah. Okay. So we will post that tonight. I already have someone I'm going to send the link to, and I just say, hey, we're doing this call. I'd love you to hop on and just learn more. We also have the What is Coaching recording calls that we've done in the past. So if we don't have anything coming up, send them a recording. I send them a recording and I just say, hey, I'm going to send you this recording. I'm going to check back in tomorrow. I would love to hear what you think. I tell them I'm going to check back in and follow up so that they know, like, give it a watch and let's chat. Or Facebook group or events. So we've done a lot of What is Coaching events that are ongoing or they have old content, or we still every once in a while will come out with a Facebook group. So just know as we're offering things, we are sharing them. Feel free to tag team or reach out to an upline coach or someone on your team or anyone and say, hey, I would love to do a What is Coaching. Can you host one with me? We would love to do that with you. And just know the first one is the scariest. But after that, like you get it down where now I'm like, whatever topic, throw it my way, I can talk on it. The first time's the scariest, but it is so empowering to host one of those. And I want to share just another point on inviting to coaching and getting a coach started right. You do not have to do it alone. If you are a new coach, that is what your upline's for. So what is it, Kinsey? See one, do one, teach one, or something like that.
Yeah, do one, teach one. Tessa just kind of mentioned this in the comments. I just wanted to point out because it went perfectly in what you said. But she says, as a new young coach, she says that's going to be her issue, not wanting to annoy and being bold at asking the question. And I think that comes from like fear of like, I barely know what I'm doing yet. Why would anyone want to work with me if I'm still new? And what I say to that is I tell my coaches to say that, to in their message, say, I'm super new at this, but I'm so pumped about it that I want to bring people on now with me as I grow and learn this business and do it alongside me. When I joined, my coach had only been a coach for a month. I had no idea. And we just grew our businesses together. We learned along the way together. And that was more fun than having her teach me, figuring out all of it together. And you have your upline coach to walk you through everything too. So it's definitely a legitimate fear of new coaches, but I want to encourage people just to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not in it alone. Reach out to your coach. I'm not trying to ignore the chats. It's just I'm on screen share. So if I pull it up, everyone sees it. So I'll go through those at the end. But just know you don't have to do it alone. the What is Coaching call, you do not have to host your own. That's what we create them for. Like, don't feel like you have to. I'm just saying, like, that's a good challenge if you've been around for a while. But like Kinsey was saying, like my coach, Nona, Michelle, Liz, Anna, and I, we all signed up right around the same time. And it's been really exciting to all link arms and grow our business together. So there's something so powerful in being like, I am still learning, but I'm so excited. Like, let's grow our businesses together. I think I started coaching with Kinsey maybe 6 months after she started coaching. So I was pretty early on too. And so whatever that fear is of annoying people, that is such a limiting belief, because they're watching your stuff. And if you're truly you're annoying them that much, they will stop watching. But human beings are very curious. So they're going to watch and want to learn. So that. Okay. I want to remind you this because I still have to tell myself this sometimes, and I've gotten better where now usually people's response to my invite doesn't affect me, but especially as a new coach, it's hard not to take it personal. But I want you to know that your job is to invite them and share the opportunity. And then if they're not interested, leaving that door cracked open and telling them, I'm always here if you ever change your mind. That's your job. It's not your job to convince them to work the business, because you've planted that seed, like I said. And I feel like most people, whether they're challengers or coaches, you're planting that seed and they're going to come around later. So it's so easy to take it personal when they say no, thank you. But just know pretty much 90%, if not 95% of people I invite say no first. And then they usually come back around. And so I remind myself, it's a not right now, not a no forever. And my job as a coach is to lead by example and invite others to do it with me.
Just out of curiosity, because I think this would be fun, everyone put in the chat box, if you said no the first time someone asked you to be a coach, just say me. Let's just see. Oh, weird. Look at that. Huh.
Yep.
Did
Sensing a
anyone say
pattern?
yes the first time?
I think I did. Well, Michelle, you bought Beachbody On Demand behind my back online. So,
So I love
look
that.
at all
So
the,
the visual
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
Look at, it's okay, Michelle. I love you. Look at all those people. Like, the fact that they were invited and they said no, they came around. So just remember that our job is to invite them. Shake it off if they say no, and they might just come back around. Okay, and then this is a little reminder / tough love, because remember, if you're not talking about it and you're not sharing it and you're not inviting to it, they don't know there's an opportunity. I still have people message me that are like, oh, I didn't know you, oh, you coach? What? And I'm like talking about it consistently. So just know, not everyone is seeing all of your posts. So you have to consistently talk about it. You have to consistently share. You have to consistently invite, or no one's going to know that there's an opportunity there and they can join you. So you have to consistently post, because they're not going to see all your posts. So if you feel like you're sharing the same thing over and over, I mean, obviously you don't want to do the exact same wording and stuff, but they're not seeing every single one of your posts. I think that's a lot. Oh, that was not the last slide. Perfect. Okay, this is a reminder. Start acting like the coach you want to be now. If you have goals, you want to earn $5,000 a month, you want to be an elite coach, you want to be a premier coach, you want to be a star coach, star diamond, whatever your goal is, or maybe you just want to show up as a confident coach and attract that to you, start being that person now. Because if you start making those steps and you start acting like the coach that you want to be now, you're going to be closer to where you want to get. If you keep waiting for one day, maybe if eventually it's never going to happen. So start acting and showing up and working the business like the coach you want to be. Start being the best coach you can, because they're going to follow in your lead. And if you're not showing up and leading from the front, how do you expect to sign coaches and have them do the same? Okay. That was the last one. Okay, I want to open the chat.
I would say too, on that, even especially if you've been a coach for a long time, sometimes it's hard to remember who you were before you became a coach, but that's the person you should be speaking to. Sometimes as you grow, it becomes unrelatable because we've done it for so long. Our Instagrams are so pretty and we make a substantial income, or we've been on all these trips and it just seems kind of out of reach. But instead of flaunting all of that, try and talk to the person that you were before you became a coach, because those are the people that are going to join you. You're not going to necessarily find the most confident person with the perfect social media to join your team, because likely they already have something going on for them. They already are in some kind of business, I'm assuming, if they have like a huge following. So think about the person you were before you became a coach and speak to that person. I always, my kids are almost 10 now, but they were 2.5 when I started coaching. And I talked to that mom who was stuck at home, who felt lonely, who was burnt out, who couldn't go to the gym because she had toddler twins. Like, I still talk to that person, even though my life looks very different now than it did then. But just try and get back to that person that you were before coaching and speak to them.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. And I think speaking however it feels authentic and natural to you, because I think so often we see other coaches posting and talking about their story, but the powerful thing is like your story is different, and the reasons you started coaching and the goals you have and like where you're going this business is all going to be different. So just remember, your superpower is that you are you, and it's great to follow other people, but do not compare and try and mimic them, because you're trying to be your own person. So I just want to remind you, be authentic to you. That comes down to what you post, how you invite, who you invite. Like, that is your superpower. So be true to who you are and find whatever works best for you. It took me a long time to figure out who to invite on store, or just who to invite in this business. And what felt authentic. And for me, for a long time, I was small talking for a while and just like chatting back and forth. That felt really unauthentic to me, because I feel like they're sitting on the other end waiting, like, all right, when is McKenna going to actually invite me? Because I know that's why she's talking with me. So for me, I just invite from stories and likes, because that feels most authentic. So it's going to take time to figure out what feels more you, but practice makes perfect, and just showing up every day. That's a secret sauce. Anyone else have any questions or anything?
I just want to throw out that I would love to see everybody on the call on Thursday, our What is Coaching call, with one person joining them. One person. It's not 20, it's just one potential coach on that call. And I know not everybody can make it live, but let's show up for our team. The people joining the call don't know who's a coach and who's not, who's on there, but come and support the team. And again, it's going to be a great recording we can share later with people, but my challenge to everybody is get one person on that call live. Just one. Just one.
Amen. Yay. Okay, any other questions? Stop. Oh, wait. Oh, that's me. Kinsey, because I'm on your account, my photo showed up. And I was like, you just said the same thing as me. Oh, wait, that was me. Awkward. Anybody else? Anything? Thanks so much, guys, for hopping on.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, see you Thursday, 7:30 p.m. We will get that link posted, and then I will share the slide with the invite scripts that I put together.
Steph said picture.
Oh, always. I never turn down a picture, Steph, ever. Who's taking it? This lighting's terrible. Oh, Kinsey, I nominate you. There you go.
Okay. Gotta get my act together. Let's do boomerang. That's more exciting.
Yeah. Oh, Kate's got her video on. She ready?
Okay, we're just gonna do something that's motiony. I don't know. Okay, ready? Just start now. Just start now. Ready?
Kate,
hold on, I cut out Nona. Hold on, we gotta do it again. Gotta do it again.
Wait,
Rookie.
Kate,
okay.
Keep jumping. Keep jumping.
Okay. Jump. Crisscross will make you jump. Got it. Okay.
I just love that Kate is straight and like jumping bean back there.
He's like frozen now.
Okay, guys, have a great night.